Alright, now that I've flattened this side and gotten it kind of clean, I can draw my design on the side. Now I printed off some images of a dusky dolphin. I'm going to try to carve a dolphin out of this. And the reason why I chose this one is because of its dark markings. I wanted to try burning the design once it's all smoothed out. I just want to get the general shape anyway, so it's okay if it's not perfect. I like how the silhouette of this tail turned out. Hopefully it's not just a fluke. Well, I gotta say I'm pretty pleased with how this turned out. Still have to put a few more coats of lacquer on it. I'd like to get it to a nice gloss so it looks like it's wet. So thanks a lot for watching. If you'd like to support what I do, feel free to check out my shops to either buy some art or a t-shirt. Who knows, you might see me at Maker Faire in New York. So if you're there, make sure you look for Cammy's Garage.